Hey crew, it is hopefully our final session like this. We are due to return to like the class format in next week. So this is the last time you have to hear a pre-prepared video from me, which is progress. It's exciting news. So let's have a little look at what we've got in store for today. So for our warm-up, we're going to do some shuttle runs. So you'll notice I've put out some markers on the floor, and we're going to do 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not 5 pairs, so 5 widths of that shuttle run. Just work on footwork, so at the end, going for a quick turnaround, and yeah, that's it really on that one. So we're going to go for 5 of those, followed by some staggered good mornings. So we've done this good morning before, which is the hinge. This time we're going to go staggered. So just aim to have the toe of the back foot in line with the heel of the front foot. Probably not going to be able to hinge over quite as far, and you'll notice you get the hamstring kind of activation a lot more on one side. But yeah, keeping those hips straight. A lot more going on in that front leg. So we're going to do 10, 5 on one side, switching over, 5 on the other side. Next up we've got some kneel to stance, so we've got 5 of these. Now there's 2 options here. You can either go literally from a kneeling position to a standing position, back down to kneeling, so kind of like an alternative to a lunge. If you're feeling good in the second round of this, we can try and do this in a jumping version. So we start kneeling like so, and then we're going to go from there to landing on your feet. Now the kind of top level gold standard of this is to actually have your feet like so not tucked underneath. So we have to really propel ourselves up with those hips to then land on the feet. So you can give that a go if you want to. And then finally 10 up downs, so just a nice straight arm. And stand up. We're going to do an AMRAP, so we're going to move around that for 6 minutes, get nice and warm. Alright, strength piece. We've got 2 halves of this, just like we have the last few weeks. First one's going to be deadlifts. We can go kettlebell, we can go double kettlebell, we can go trap bar, and we're going to introduce the standard barbell this week if it suits you and if it's feeling good. By no means think of this as, oh, I want to definitely aim for that. It's just an option, and it might be that for you, depending on your setup, a trap bar is more appropriate. So have a look at 2 weeks ago if you want to see the demos of the kettlebells and the trap bar. I'm going to show you our standard barbell today. So you'll notice obviously our grip is going from the side to the front of us, but the setup is exactly the same. So we've got a nice flat back. Think of this flat back continuing right to the top of your head. Don't want to crane our necks up like this. Nice and straight line. Pushing the floor away as we stand. As we come down, we soften the knee, we hinge over, standing back up again. So I will be there to check on your form. It might be, say at the bottom of that range, we just can't keep that flat back, that we end up elevating the plates a little bit, so we'll put plates underneath your plates. So we'll have a chat about that once you get here and see what's most suitable for you. So that's part 1. Part 2, we've got a bit of an upper body building pump, a little bit like we've been doing recently. So you're going to need 2 kettlebells. We're going to do 12 alternating kettlebell strict press to start. So I've got my 2 kettlebells here. I'm going to start with them between my legs. I've got to clean them first. So I'm looking at using my hips to pop them up on the shoulders. Here they are. And I'm going to go alternating strict press. So it's 1, 2, 3, etc. right up to 12. Your start and finish position is almost as if you're giving yourself a little fist pump. So make sure you're here and not spilling out here. If you find any stuck here, probably gone a little bit too heavy for us today. So let's make sure we've got that really nice racked position there. So 12 of those alternating, so that's going to be 6 on each arm, followed by 12 alternating double kettlebell gorilla rows, all the words, and you may even go heavier on this one. So you can share some kettlebells with a partner, just make sure you wind them in between. Set up for this, similar to that deadlift, and you'll be hinging over with a nice flat back, but kettlebells are actually going to be on the floor, and we're going to alternate rowing one in at a time. So it's essentially a bent over row, just with a bit more support. So that bent over rows before up in here, but we're here. Making sure your chest is facing the floor throughout, so that we're not kind of twisting around or doing anything funky with our back like that. So again, 6 on each side, 12 alternating, and finally some tricep pull down using the band. So I'll pop to band in the rig, hold that arm, standing straight, and extending those arms. So keep those elbows tucked in nice and tight. this harder just by holding further up the band. So we can all use the same bands here, and you can just adjust where you're holding it to adjust the difficulty for you. All right, workout time. A bit more of a kind of fluid format today. We've got 18 minutes, and we're just going to complete sets at our own pace of 10 kettlebell swings. So again, we're looking for that nice fat rack, and it's a hinge, guys. This isn't a squat. So keep that kettlebell nice and close to your upper leg. If you feel it hitting your bum, you're doing something right. So 10 of those, followed by 10 push press. Now we can go kettlebell or dumbbell on this. So this is a dip and a press compared to just the strict press that we did in the strength part. And then 30 seconds hard effort on a ski or a row. So 10, 10, 30 seconds. You could choose one arm for that push press, and then maybe next time you come around we can use the other arm. That's up to you. You might go 5 and 5, I don't mind. Rest as needed, so we're looking to move fast and hard through that set. Have a bit of rest, and when you feel ready to go again, we'll go again. So some of us might get more sets done than others. That's absolutely fine. We're just looking to move at a pace that's right for us for 18 minutes. Have fun, guys, and I will see you in the gym.